Hey, this is Brian. Thanks for watching Kies. Today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to install a P3 vent gauge in Sal's M235i. The process is so easy. We are going to do it parking lot style. We're not even going to pull it into the garage because by the time we pull it into the garage, I could have it installed. So let's jump in the car and I'll show you how easy it is. Now for this process, we're going to be embedding this little screen into our vent. Now, one of the concerns that I initially had when I first did this in my car was that on a hot summer day like it is today, that it was going to block my airflow, but you are still going to have some space underneath, so that was no longer a concern with me. So with that, let me show you how easy this thing is. Ready? Watch this. First thing you need to do is you need to remove the vent. All you want to do is just lift up here, and this is going to pull straight out like that. If you take a look over here, there's this tab on the bottom, and this one over here, and then there's just two on the top. When you go to put it back, you literally just line it up, pop it in. Super easy. You don't even need any tools, which is good because I couldn't find any in the warehouse. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to install the little screen into your vent. This is the most difficult part, so if you can get through this part, you can do anything. So if you take a look, the top here is clipped into this cross piece. These are a little bit easier to see. You can see I have these little tabs. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna start at the top, you're gonna put your hand in here, and you're going to pop it up just like that. Then you can rock it out and separate it. Next, if you take a look at the vent, you will notice that these little louvers, we'll call them, get clipped into the sides over here, and they're literally just sitting in there. So what you're gonna do is if you take this and kind of pull it straight out. Oops, there we go, just like that. All right, first thing you're going to do is take your cord, and you're gonna go through the left side, fish it through and down, and we can start to line up our gauge. Make sure that your cable is as flat as possible. And as you can see, it's gonna sit in that general positioning there. So now what we're gonna do, we're going to basically assemble the vent system and then we're going to slide it in. Before you do that, there's this little piece in here. Looks like the wrench from the Operation game when you were a kid. It's gonna be very important in just a second. And what you do with this is you're gonna take it and you're going to connect these two vent pieces here, and that's gonna make sure that they stay and they also move together. So then what you're gonna do, I'm gonna start on the right side. I'm gonna put these two pieces in like this, okay, just like so. Then you can take the vent, slide this in. You can line up this side, just like that. And you can just slide it back into the track that it came out of. Perfect, just like that. So now we're gonna reassemble this, just hook it in like that, and then line everything up top, and you can just snap it back together, and it's gonna look like this, and then we'll wait till the end to remove the actual screen itself. Now, while this is open, you're gonna just reach in here and push in. You can just pivot it out of the way for a moment. And that's going to allow us to feed this in here. And this is where our control unit is going to get mounted. Our control unit is going to look something like this. And the installation of this version is extremely simple because all you need to do is plug it into the OBD. There is another version that's hardwired. Takes another 10 minutes to install, but this is by far the easiest one to install. So with this routed through here, you can just clip it in. Then for the OBD connector side, what you're going to want to do is you're gonna wanna go in here. Here, I'll move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And push it behind this piece of foam stuff here. Fish it around. Just like that. It's gonna make sure that you have a super clean install. And then with this part here, you just route it down here and plug it into your OBD. And then what you can do is you can pull these wires like that so that everything is totally hidden. Then you can take this, plug it into the only spot that's available left on your little box. And then from here, you're gonna take your vent gauge, make sure that your cable is nice and flat. You're gonna pop it in. And then from here, all you need to do is just wrap this up. We're just gonna neatly zip tie it away. We're going to replace this side trim, and then we're completely done. Now to get your trim piece back in, it's a lot easier if you move the weather stripping out of the way. So then what you want to do, take this piece here and it lines up in this little groove back there. And then you just line up all these clips. And everything should snap in really nice, just like that. And you can take your weather stripping and just push it back on. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Ta-da! All right, and as you can see, we just started the car. You can go through the menu on the right side. So we'll check out our oil temps. I like to keep it on my IATs in the summer and also my boost pretty much all the time. What's also really cool is if you hit the button on the left, it'll recall the highest figure. So if you're out and you're doing maybe a run in the car and you want to see what kind of boost levels you're at, you just tap the one on the left and then it'll recall in that last, since the last time you pushed that button, what your highest number was. So that's very, very useful. It does 0 to 60 and it does so much. Such a cool little tool to literally have at your fingertips. And as I said before, on a hot summer day like it is today, you do still have a little bit of your vent. So yes, you're blocking half of it, but you're not blocking all of it. So that's a plus. So anyway, once again, my name is Brian. This has been Kies Parking Lot Edition, installing a P3 gauge in Sal's M235i. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. And if you want one for your car, see the link down in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.